When we first looked at it, it was apparent that our North American business was the hardest hit. And so we really looked towards the regional market for all of our hotels in Asia to gain back strength. And that's what's really happened. We focused on that area. And in particular for our China hotels and even for Hong Kong, we really focused on the China market itself. So we've been very successful in that, and we've really seen the business come back, not to the levels of 2007 yet, but definitely a great increase over last year. I would say that we became more tactical in our offers. We often just do our brand campaigns and the Peninsula branding. But in that type of climate, I think you do have to be more tactical, and that's what we did. So people really understand the value proposition that you're offering, and they see that what an incredible value it is to experience Peninsula during that time. And everybody was looking for some kind of deal. And I think that we were able to do that in an elegant way without deep discounting, and people really stood and understood the value of Peninsula. And going forward, that's also what we will continue to do during certain need periods. But going back to our branding campaign as well is also very important to us for all of our hotels globally. I think the major lesson learned, and we've been through many of them, because here in Hong Kong we've had the advantage of going through many crises, whether it was the 1997 financial crisis and SARS. So we took this crisis as well under our wings and embraced it and came up with solutions pretty quickly. And that being tactical offerings, what can we do for our guests during these times? How can we work more cooperatively with our sister hotels? What can we do to build the brand awareness? And luckily over the last 2 years we've had 2 new hotel openings, one in Tokyo and Shanghai just this past year. So it really helped our brand awareness and recognition from those markets as well to establish us and then also feed the other hotels. I think the biggest change is really that people are focusing on their niche markets and really deciding, where their business needs to come from, to be very selective. For us, we really saw our opportunity being in China, and we invested in that, and we've reaped the rewards of it. Here in Hong Kong, our Shanghai hotel, and in Beijing, China is their #1 market. So for Hong Kong, not their #1, sorry, but coming up to that. But we see it developing and growing as the Chinese population becomes more affluent. Well, we'd like to do more. The more business we have, and we have some money to spend, and everyone's not so tight on costs, we definitely want to take this opportunity while the hotels are doing better to really put the awareness of the brand out there. We're looking at doing something more intensive in China even for next year. We're looking at broadening our online awareness as well, and that's something that's been a big shift from print media to online advertising and promotions, and that's definitely something we're doing. We've had great success with as well. Well, the U.S. market is still the #1 market in the world, even though business is down so much. But when you look at the feeder markets into our hotels, it's still such a prominent part of our business worldwide that you just can't ignore that. And so we will continue to build on the relationships we have there, invest in that from a sales point of view, but also from a public relations and from an advertising point of view. We'll probably bring that up again a little bit this year. Last year we cut it back because we felt that we really need to focus our efforts more regionally in Asia. But for next year, we'll look at more international representation across the brand. I think it's 2 parts really. One is advertising with our traditional partners who have online presence. So Asia Wall Street Journal, The Economist, IHT, those types of internationally focused journals where we can have our brand campaign reflected very beautifully online. We'll take those opportunities. But at the same time, we'll also be doing promotions with the IDS channels, the Internet Distribution Channels, or the OTAs out there, and looking at prime positioning on those sites. We're also investing a lot into search engine marketing and optimization online as well. So those are kind of the big areas that we're looking at. Social media really began for us last year in a test phase, and we've brought a few of our hotels online. And we see social media being a very local project for each hotel to administer. Although we oversee it from a brand point of view to make sure that everything is the way it should be for Peninsula. But we do encourage our hotels to have a site for each hotel on Facebook. We'll be starting to use Twitter more in the upcoming year. And we really are looking at ways to enhance the experience of the guest and to not use it as a promotional tool, but use it as a relationship tool to really build the customer interaction, to see what other things are available, not just about the hotel, maybe visiting the city or what's happening going on, or just interesting information to know about Peninsula. So definitely we are embracing it. We're looking at designating e-commerce managers in all of our hotels this year who will actually manage and monitor all of the electronic media as well as the website and social networking.